Hello.
How's it going?
Good. Happy Friday and Memorial Weekend.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's strangely Memorial already. May is already ending.
Yeah. It's
Like,
fine. I thought yesterday was like Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to keep track.
It's like, oh, I need to eat. That's the way I remember the day.
What is it? What'd you say?
I just like, oh, I need to eat. That's how I remember the day.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, but happy Friday. Thank you for taking your time on a Friday.
Yeah, of course. Got plenty of it out here. Not doing much. Quarantine life. So, thanks for having me.
I hope it's been all right over there with the coronavirus in Nashville. It hasn't been too crazy.
No, I mean, honestly, our numbers are going down. And so places have been opening. And I think on Monday we're starting like phase 2 of stuff, which includes live entertainment. But it's like 1 to 2 people on stage kind of thing.
Okay.
But it's going well. You know, people are still, wearing their masks and keeping their distance. So it'll be a while, I think, for like big band stuff.
Oh, yeah. Which I saw you're going to be part of the first concert series, drive-in concert series.
Yeah,
next
I'm really
weekend.
excited about that. That'll be really fun. It's a local hot dog. Sounds really random. It's a local hot dog company, and I actually partnered with them on Daughter of the Devil because their slogan is "I'm a daddy's girl," and that's my hook. So that's the hook of my song. And so I was like, hey, we should, if you want to use my song for any promo and stuff. And Sean, he's the owner. They call him Big Daddy. He's awesome. He's a really good guy. He's been in the music industry for a while before he started the company. And he's got all the hot dog stands downtown. They're really good hot dogs. Like, they're so good.
I've been to Nashville twice. I love Nashville. I remember I went to the hot dog and donut place where they do, or dog and donut, where they can do the donut burgers.
Yes.
And they have beers on tap as well.
Yeah. I actually haven't been there, but I've heard of it.
It was definitely a cardiac arrest in my heart as I was eating that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that sounds like it. So yeah.
But hey, congratulations, you're gonna have a music video drop in a few freaking hours.
Yeah.
On Friday for everyone to bump on their Memorial Weekend as they're locked away in their house.
Yes. Right. Rise up. Yeah. No, I'm really excited about this video. I actually put it together myself, and so I've never really done that. I've been getting into editing and stuff, but I work with a studio in Framingham, Massachusetts called Red 13 Studios, and they've done my past music videos, and they do all the production of my songs as well, and they kill it. But I was supposed to fly out there in April, first weekend of April, to shoot the music video, and obviously that did not happen, or could not happen. So I was like, fuck. Well, and I was pretty bummed about it at first, but I have people that I could lean on, and I just went to work. I'm like, all right, who can I talk to about some lighting in a studio? They had a camera that I could use as well, and we tripoded it up, and we did it. It was simple. It didn't need to be much, and I had someone put lyrics on it. So I really like it. It tells the story, I guess, for me, for what the song means to me. So.
Which I was going to ask about that, because I love the cover art on Spotify with a nice bone middle finger on there.
Yeah.
Is this directed towards somebody, a life event, something that's happened?
I mean, no, not really. It's just a general message of fuck fear, because the song is about fear and how it can totally it could take over your mind. And for me, moving to Nashville was really scary to pursue music. And one of the riskiest business, the music industry is not easy, and not guaranteed at all. So coming from a background in health to do that, it was scary. I didn't know anybody, and I wrote the song with one of my best friends, Sky Claire. She's another artist in town, and we were just kind of talking about that. I don't want I really want to create an anthem that people can be reminded of. It's it's okay to have fears. We all have fears. We're human beings, but it's what you do with those fears. And so I could have said, moving to Nashville might be really hard. I'm just going to stay here and play it safe and listen to the people that were like, oh, good luck. No. No. So I didn't. And I had a passion for it. That really helps too. But, you know, fear can also get in the way of stuff that you're passionate about. So we made the song, and that's kind of what that's about.
Well,
So.
it's for everyone who may not know your story. You left like a perfect straight line. Like you, from what I read and heard, you had like a perfect setup. You're going to grad school, serious relationship, maybe a family in the future with Christmas cards coming out and everyone's on their fridge. And then you're like, no, I don't like this. I want to have a black leather jacket, not the white picket fence.
Yes. Hey, I like that. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, and you know, it wasn't like a bad toxic relationship either. I think just like getting out of it just brought me a little bit more clarity because I had the time to like really focus on myself. And, you know, I learned a lot from that entire experience, and just having that space and time, I was just like, wait, hold on. Is this something that I actually wanted to do? Because I'd always, you know, loved music, and, you know, I had a band, you know, in college for 5 years. We were called Jenny Teator and the Fevers. And it was an awesome band. Like, I loved it. But, you know, it was more of a side hobby for everybody. And so, you know, music had always been a constant. But once I, you know, sought that clarity, it's just like, I don't know if I really want to do health anymore. I don't think I can do it the rest of my life. Like, I want to do music.
What was the defining moment where you're just like, your epiphany, like, you know what, this isn't me. I need to go. I belong on the stage, not in school.
It was actually a moment that I had at work when I was working. I worked with autistic children, and it was like the most rewarding experience in my life. I don't regret it at all. It was an incredible experience, and I learned a lot. And I learned patience, that's for sure. I learned empathy, and just I grew so much in that experience. But it was just one day, it just hit me. And I hate using that cliche, but I was just sitting there, just like, fuck, I really just don't think I can do this. I don't know how else to say it. It literally just hit me one day while I was at work. And, you know, there were other external reasons why I didn't continue in the program. It was a brand new program. So, like, I wasn't the only one that dropped out of it. I'll just say that. So it was a lot of things that combined into just like, I need to be on stage.
And why Nashville? So why not be like known as the Missouri artist as opposed to moving to the new or the, you know, continued music capital of Nashville?
Because it's Music City. I was not going to get anywhere in Columbia, Missouri. Let's be real. Columbia was where I went to school. So I'm from St. Louis, but I went to school in Columbia. And I mean, if I wanted to grow as a songwriter and get the experience and exposure surrounded by other people that are better than me, that's how I was going to grow, is to be surrounded by those people. And learning from them. So Music City is where it's at. I visited when I was 21 and I fell in love with it, and I told myself that I was going to move here one day. So it just made sense. I immediately thought Nashville. It was between Nashville and Denver. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I picked Nashville. So.
Well, when you first started off playing in Nashville, from the few times I've been there, like I've been to Redneck Riviera and a bunch of places, and there's like, I remember one night I was just getting food at Brantley Gilbert's little 3-story restaurant there, and they were doing a writer's block night of just acoustic stuff, people doing acoustic music, and just like the amount of talent that can be there at any given night.
Oh yeah.
Were you, even one of the bartenders I ended up being good friends with, just walking in, getting a freaking beer at 12 in the afternoon. He was a drummer for 3 different bands, and he was telling me how he would each night he'll do like 3 shows in a night, bar hopping from each show. Did you live that life as well?
No, I did not. I don't think I could do that. Like, I was just talking about this with someone too. Like, okay, if you're like an auxiliary, or not auxiliary, but if you're a musician, so, okay, drummer, bass player, guitar player, you're not singing for 4 hours. You're playing. Not that that's harder, but it's like I could never sing 3 shows in one night. I would kill my voice. That would be terrible. And I don't think I could personally do that. Like, I would lose my voice. So, like, being a singer, like, I don't want to do those shows. Like, I definitely came here to pursue an artist career and focus on the originals. not that I hate playing covers, but I just never did the cover gig on Broadway. I think it'd be fun every now and then. I'm friends with a band that play that down there often, and they're talking about having me come sing, and I would totally do it. But 3 shows in one night, hell no! I am not about that life.
He literally had his sticks and cymbals behind the bar, like, all right, I'm off shift, and he literally left right after his shift. Went straight to the shift. Yeah. It's
a lot of musicians here. That is their life, and it's easy to get sucked into it because, you know, the money's good for what it is. You came here to play music. Well, you got it. You got plenty of opportunities to play music here. It just kind of depends on what path you want to take. And the cover scene is Broadway. That is downtown. That's all covered. So it's fun every now and then, but I don't hang out down there. So
for your music history, and so how does your love and just like where did you blossom as a singer? Because I heard basically, or what I've read as well, you were in choir for a very long time. You were a choir girl.
I was, yes. I was a singer before a guitar. Like, I am a singer that can play guitar, but I'm not a guitar player. You know, I taught myself. So I started singing just as a kid, just all the time. I just loved to sing. And then I joined choir when I was in 6th grade. And I was in choir throughout. I didn't do it in college, but I did it throughout high school. And did all the, like, a cappella groups. Like, I was in show choir, like, all that shit. I love to sing. So, but when I was 15, I was like, man, I want to accompany myself because I want to start writing. So, that's when I learned guitar. But yeah, I've always been a singer. I love singing. In the shower, in the car, I will sing. Sometimes I'll just randomly sing what I'm doing. I don't know. That's fun. So, yeah.
Well, I'm going to take a guess. You are a soprano?
No.
Damn it. Alto?
Alto.
Dang it.
Alto.
Yeah, I was a bass and baritone, so I was in choir for a long time, so I know a bit about
really?
it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I can't go that high. I can go high, but I'm more of an alto for sure.
Okay. But that's still awesome. So you just decided, like, hey, I want to pick up the guitar and just play, learn, taught yourself?
Yeah. I picked up a Fender for like $120, and I had a couple friends show me like how to read guitar tabs. It literally tells you where to put your hands or your fingers. And I just started learning covers and stuff. And I started songwriting with a couple of my best friends, and we thought we were so cool. I just came across some of that footage the other day when I was making a video, like digging through footage for this interview that I did, and I came across some of these videos. Like, we really thought we were cool, man. It's just so funny to look back on that. But I have like blackmail. People could use this against me. Like, these recordings are just terrible. But hey, you got to start somewhere. So, fine.
Well, do you think this from choir and whatnot, do you think that's making you a better singer now from the years of experience that you did from just vocal coaching? Because they do teach you great vocal coaching skills, like singing from your diaphragm, all that stuff. Do you think that's helping you now as a singer?
Yeah, absolutely. I think those were the foundation tools, the foundation to use as a singer. But now it's more using that as a foundation, and like I'm building on technique and style, like all of that I'm exposed to here, just like being around people. I was never really good at harmonies, but you know, one of my best friends, Sheridan Gates, that I go on tour a lot with, she's so good at just like harmony on the spot. Like, she could just do it. And I was never really good at that, but now I have grown. I'm growing, and the more you're around that shit, like, you just pick it up. And now, and my ears has definitely gotten better just being here. So being in choir definitely helped. I think I've just taken that and then grown upon it here.
Well, was music part of your family? Was your dad more the rock and roll type, or is your mom like country singer person? Was it like, was there any other musicianship in your family besides just you?
Not really. My sister was in choir, but there was no like musicians. My great grandma, she played piano, but that's about it. My dad loved to listen to rock, and classic rock. AC/DC, Aerosmith was his favorite. And then my mom, she listened to country and singer-songwriter stuff. I don't know. She wasn't like music. She wasn't like a music person, but whatever she did listen to, I was there and absorbing it. So, yeah, but nobody else in my family. I'm the only musician in the family, that's for sure.
What did they think when you like, you know what? I'm leaving this life and I'm going to go be a rock star out in Nashville. What did they say?
They were very supportive, actually. Thank God, because like that would be hard. Like, if your parents are just like, ooh, bye, that's hard. And I know that that happens to some people. But my mom was definitely more the realistic one. She's a nurse, and I was doing a health field. I was in the health field, and she's like, the part of me, the realistic side of me, wants you to pursue a career in health, but the other side of me wants you to follow your dreams, so you don't get to my age and have regrets. And I'll never forget that conversation. I was like, oh my God, wait, you have regrets? I didn't even ask her. I was like, thank you so much. I was crying. And, I was so scared to tell my mom, for sure. She was the one I was most scared of. Because my mom's scary sometimes, in a good way. And then, my dad is like all about it. He's like my number one fan. So
he's like, I hope I get free tickets, Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. VIP, honey. Yes. They're like constantly looking up. They watch my YouTube channel a lot. Just a lot. They're like, we're watching all your videos today. Yeah,
hey, you have a lot of covers on there. You have a lot of amazing covers on there.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I went and cleaned some of them up. I mean, when I first started, like years ago, I would just like put anything out there. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I've definitely grown there. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun to put content out and covers that way, I guess. I will do cover videos a lot. So.
Well, now you have your own original music as well. You got 3 singles: "Surrender," "Daughter of the Devil," "Rise Up."
Yes.
I love the music video for "Daughter of the Devil," especially the part where the dad's doing the secret handshake and they got the devil horns at the end.
Yep. Oh yes, that was so fun to make.
Is that like a nice little throw-in for you and your dad's relationship together?
Yeah, definitely. Because I told them I actually wasn't there when they shot the dad and daughter scenes, but I told them, gave them a few pointers just like to make it personal for me. But obviously they wanted to showcase the daddy-daughter like relationship, and it's not like it's still lighthearted and like happy and a positive, like they have a good relationship, even though he's the devil. Like he was playing a bad guy, obviously. Yeah. And there are a lot of people that, of course, were just like, you used a gun in your video, how insensitive, all whatever. It's like, do you want him to like rob someone with a cupcake? Like, I don't know. He's the devil. He is the devil, and this is supposed to be like him portraying that character, because it was for the fictional story of the video. But it was a lot of fun to portray, and they have a good relationship. She's learning from her dad from the start, so it was fun.
Now, for the 3 singles, are we going to expect an EP pretty time soon? Another single, whole album?
Yes.
Is it G14 classified?
Is what?
Is it G14 classified?
Oh my gosh, maybe. We're in the process of recording my next single right now, and because I do record in Boston, it's kind of hard to do this, but they do like all the production. It's like, okay, here, ready to sing on it, which is amazing because Sean Lichtenstein is the producer at Red 13. Him and Mark are both like my managers too, so they just kill it at production, and I don't even have to worry. Like, they know what sound I'm going for. They have the ear for ear candy and stuff, like just little production stuff, and I just completely trust them to handle the music portion of it, which is awesome. Not a lot of people have that, so I'm incredibly grateful to have them in my corner. But they're working on something now for the next one, and in the meantime, I've been doing some demos here in Nashville and like collaborating with other artists around me, and we're going to put out some contents very soon.
Ooh,
I'm very excited.
Very soon.
Yeah. Yeah, like next week, hopefully. The song is done. I'm just like, we're gonna go shoot some video for it. So
Nice. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
When you're doing your songwriting, and the best way is I like to know how do artists tap into their writing process, like for yourself. What do you go into? How do you do when you're going to create a song, when you're writing lyrics and you're going in and you're trying to tell a story? How do you do it?
Honestly, for me, I'm more melody based, like a top liner almost. Like I'll wake up some days with a melody in my head. Like the other day I had a dream and I dreamt that I was playing at Red Rocks opening for Dorothy, and
heck yes.
I love Dorothy. She's a huge influence. And I woke up, I'm like, oh my God. And I remembered the song I was playing, and it was never played by me before. So, and I just recorded it on my phone, and I recorded the like vocal hook and stuff. And we made a song about that recently. I just wrote it 2 weeks ago, and that's one of them that I'm getting demoed next. And so, it just comes to me like in melodies, I think a lot. For vocal hooks, like I'll just sing something and then sit down and figure out what note that is on the guitar. Okay, it's this chord. Okay, what goes with this chord? And then it creates a vibe. And sometimes that melody has a lyric with it tied to it, and that just kind of goes from there. I'm not the songwriter that like keeps phrases on their phone. Like I don't know.
Like a memory bank in sense, like
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of like it. Just fucking comes out, I guess. But a lot of people do have like phrases that just come to their head, and they're like, "Ooh, I'm going to use that in a song and write it down." I guess I'm less of the lyric writer and more of a melody and like music part. And I can come up with like the vocal melody or the vocal hook, and then we just write it on the spot, and I'll chime in. So.
Well, it makes sense because from the 3 singles, they're incredibly catchy, and now knowing how you do it, I can see the back process now. First, you hear the melody, you hear the hook, you hear the chorus, and then you write everything else around it.
Yeah, and I mean, and I like to I co-write a lot. Like because I'm not a strong. I personally don't think I'm like the strongest songwriter. My strength is in melody. And so I like to co-write a lot because I don't know when the last time I've honestly written a song by myself. I love co-writing. 2 minds are better than one, I think. Why not? And so like I know, a lot of people have like the thing like, well, you have to share. I don't care about the splits. Like as long as it's a good song, I really don't care how many writers are on it. Like let's not go there. So I love to co-write, and one of my best friends, Sky Claire, who I wrote Rise Up with, and all of the songs have been co-written, and that's fine by me. It's better that way for me, honestly, because I rely on some people that have a strength in songwriting there. So.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of people think that they're famous musicians are completely original and putting out the music. Nobody. Everyone has some help somewhere, helping them writing with it.
Exactly. It's a team effort. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could do it all myself. That would be great. But I can't. So I built a team around me who can help me get there. And it's still like, the idea is we still like create a song that's like we're both, that's awesome. I love co-writing.
It's funny that you bring up Dorothy. I love Dorothy as well. I've seen her multiple times. Big fan of her.
Really? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen her yet.
She did like a special acoustic show up in LA one night, and it was just amazing. Blown away. I feel no shame. I will sing her songs in my Jeep with the windows down. I don't give a fuck who's looking.
Good.
I was singing Rise Up the other day. I'm like, damn, this is fucking such a good song. This is a banger. I don't care who's looking at me right now.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Thank you.
But so who other female songwriter styles or rock and roll front women are you listening to or have your eyes on or kind of like draw inspiration to right now?
Well, Dorothy's definitely the most, I would say, recent, and then the Pretty Reckless. Oh my gosh. They're awesome. They're definitely more heavy. But I just love the vocal hooks. That's what I'm all about too. And like Dorothy definitely does those. It's catchy. I don't know, like even in Daughter of the Devil. Whoa, that's the vocal hook. And it's like, you remember that. So Dorothy has a lot of those. I really like the Pretty Reckless. that's newer for me. I love Grace Potter. She's a big inspiration.
I agree with that.
So like, yeah. So like my vocal tendencies and stuff, like she fucking belts it, and she's just a badass. And on stage, I take notes from that girl. Like she knows how to perform like no other. It's just really inspiring to see all these girls just like fucking go. Who else? So on the other side of it, they're not like rock and roll, but a big influence to like the start of everything is Tedeschi Trucks Band for me. That was definitely my like full band jam influence, because I still want to have like a live. I loved playing in my band in Columbia, and we did a lot of improv, like just like jam, solo, like improv. Like it was so much fun, and I still like incorporating that in my sets, even though I have like specific song endings and stuff. But we'll just look at each other. If you can jam well, like I respect that artist so much, rather than just doing like tracks, you know?
Yeah.
So Tedeschi Trucks Band was definitely a big influence there, because they're one of the like best live bands out there. And it's like a 13-piece band. So pretty awesome. If I could have 13 people
same
in my
thing,
band,
you know.
yes, like I want a horn section. I want a backup singer section. That would be awesome.
You gotta have cowbell.
Well, yes, like all the auxiliary shit, like that would be super cool. And you know, it's a climb. You got to get there. Like that big of a band costs a lot more money. So, you know, you do what you can. But that's why I have those elements in my songs. I have horns in every single song. You might not hear them like as like a big horn part, but they're in. I love horns. I love background vocals. Black Keys is definitely an influence. Just like their production. It's just got this like vintage rock, like synthy stuff. Yeah, they're awesome. Larkin Poe. Have you heard of them?
Mm-mm,
they're really
unfortunately not.
They're good. It's a female duo, and yeah, you should check them out. They're awesome. They've got a good song called Honey.
Someone I think you would appreciate as well. I've interviewed him as well. He's a songwriter. His name's Sean James, and I like to put you out. Like when I heard another interview, like the one you have on your YouTube, I think some people are comparing you as Black Keys and Demi Lovato.
Oh yeah.
I like to put you on. You're the female version songwriter of him, and I'll gladly send you his music, because he is an amazing, talented songwriter as well, and he has a way of telling a story and whatnot. And you have a way of telling a story as well with it, but making it catchy, nice. Like I said, she's gonna kick your teeth out, take a bottle of Jack, and light your car on fire.
Oh my gosh, I am nice too. I was like the video. I mean, everyone's like, oh, I don't know. Like if you actually meet me in person, it's like I have this sweetheart personality. But then there's also this, you know, other side that's just, it's fun. Like me on stage is completely different than me hanging out, having a drink. So you get the best of both worlds with me.
And you've traveled already for music-wise. You came out here to California. You played at the Viper Room, though.
Yes.
Now I'm bummed that I missed that, because when I saw you've been there, I'm like, oh crap, that's right. I'm like, what the hell? Where was I?
Yeah. Where are you living? Wait, are you what part?
I'm in Orange County, so I'm about like 30 minutes away from there.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Yeah. That was cool. I played in the lounge. You know, it wasn't like the full band, unfortunately, but still, like I had never been to the Viper Room, and it was a full room of people, and I got to connect with a couple of people that was like, it was crazy. So like Bonnie Raitt is, she's another influence. Like, cause I really did start with blues when I first got here. I played a lot with my friend Meg Williams, and we did a lot of blues fests and stuff. And, it was a lot of fun, and I love playing the blues too. So it's definitely an influence. And so that Viper Room show, I remember meeting a girl who was Bonnie Raitt's assistant. And I'd said that Bonnie Raitt was like an influence of mine. She's like, I just loved your voice. And she's like, I have to tell you, like, I worked for Bonnie Raitt. We got to talk. I'm like, what? Excuse me? That was just like crazy. It was just crazy. It was a really cool experience for me. But it was fun. Yeah. It was cool to be out there. And I haven't been back, but I will.
Hopefully all this passes by, you can come back out here. There's plenty of great venues. I think your vocal style will be even better than the Viper. Viper Room is great. It's legendary, but I think there's better spots.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm not really familiar with the scene out there. I've only played, like twice. So,
Well, when you were out here, what did you think of like the LA music scene, Hollywood, Sunset, West Hollywood music scene, as compared to the Nashville music scene? Because that's pretty much the two largest music scenes. What do you think of
yes. Well, I honestly didn't get to see a lot of the music scene there while I was there. We were just bopping around and like did some recording and I don't know. But from what I do remember, it was just like everything was so far apart. I think I took like a cab drive and it was like a 45-minute drive to my friend's house. I don't know where I was, but he was like, "Oh, that's nothing." He's like, "That's nothing. This is LA." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
All right." But I mean, from what I could tell, like music, like Nashville music scene is like so much. I feel like way different, just from what I could see, and not in a bad way. It's just like definitely more saturated, like downtown, like Broadway is just literally every bar you walk into has live music. I didn't experience that. I don't know if that's down there, but it's just different in that sense that there's definitely more like singer-songwriter stuff going on, writers' rounds. But again, I never really got to fully see it in LA while I was out there, so I can't really compare. I just know like from being in California, it was definitely a different vibe.
Yeah, it was, especially in the Sunset. Sunset, I think, has the largest strip of venues because we have Roxy, Whiskey A Go Go, and then Viper, of course, and then they're kind of spread out. And like what I've noticed, like last year, I did a lot of traveling for a lot of shows. I went to Nashville twice, Dallas, San Antonio. I went all over the U.S. for different shows. Mm-hmm. And what I loved about Nashville compared to the LA scene, in Nashville, it felt more authentic. When you're walking into a bar in a strip, like you said, on Broadway, there's someone playing every night, anywhere, and any given time. But it felt a little more authentic. And in LA, even though it's my home and close to me, people are playing to get famous, as opposed to in Nashville, people are playing because they love to play.
Yeah. I think you're spot on. There's something about the scene and community here that is just so supportive. Everybody's so supportive. It's not competitive at all. Like, yes, it's saturated. But there's so many opportunities to play here, whether it's paid or not. There's plenty of opportunity to play. So if you're looking for like just any opportunity to play, like Music City has it. There's so many different venues and just writers rounds, and a lot of people here are writers, so they're putting their heart and soul into this stuff. Not to say that anybody in LA isn't, but I think that's a good way to put it, is that it's not about getting famous. There's definitely coming from the heart.
Yes.
So, which is huge.
Your music is stemming from that. It completely is, and that's why people are finding you how I found you, and that's what's going to make you shine more. It's going to make you stick out. You're going to be more authentic. That's what's going to make you different from everybody else.
Well, thank you. I hope so. It's easy to get wrapped up in like what I should be doing, what I should look like, what I should be writing, what I should be putting out for what's trending. I think a lot of artists get into that rabbit hole of like self-doubt and then also people, bad eggs, running into bad eggs in the industry, because they definitely exist. And I've already ran into several of them, and people will try and tell you what you should and shouldn't do. And it's finding your own voice in that journey too. And I'm just trying to be there's nothing to hide over here. Like, nothing to hide. I'm just putting my shit out, whether you like it or not. The market will tell me if they like it. So far, it's been going well. But I like it. So I hope others do. We'll see.
Well, your fans love it too, and the response from everybody online and people sharing your music and hearing it, and for me sharing it to others, and I was like, listen to this girl, I'm sure you guys are going to love her. And everyone I've shared with you about you, they have been, oh my God, where is she from? So
oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Your fan base is growing, and it's going to continue to grow. There's no doubt about that.
I hope so. It's like, I'm telling you, it's hard because, and I like when people are like, how are you not? I'm like, because it's hard to freaking market yourself these days right now. It really is. Like, you gotta have money. You gotta have money. And you know, it's just like the algorithms on socials are just, I have 25,000 followers. Do all 25,000 followers see my shit? No, because algorithms are keeping them. So you have to pay them. Once you get the followers, good job. You want them to see your shit, you got to pay for it or do something. I don't know. It's like, it's trying because you got to like keep up with the times, and it's hard. It's definitely hard, but it goes into it, and it's worth it in the end. You know, you just got to keep going. It's easy to.
What do you think of this now new social age for music and marketing? What's your take on it? What do you think is a pro? You know, able to get the music out there more, or is it like problems like Instagram where the followers can't see what they want from you? What's your pros cons on the digital age of music right now?
It's so different. I think it's a matter of adjusting instead of complaining, because complaining isn't going to get you anywhere. So you have to adjust to what is happening and what is trending and what needs to happen to get to your followers. So, I mean, we've done several different marketing campaigns going on to reach new followers, engagement campaigns to engage with people, and hopefully they, you know, find my music appealing and they like it. But, you know, I want to do that anyways, but you definitely have to put in a lot of work to get to people now. And whether that's a pro and con, I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. Like, it sucks that you have to do a lot more work now, but it also is weeding out. It'll weed you out. It'll weed out some people that aren't willing to put in the work. And so it, you know, boils down to, what do you want? What do you actually want? And I think if you have a true, genuine passion to do it, then you do what it takes, and you do it in a genuine way. You know, with the live streaming and stuff right now, that's like the way to get to people. And that's been kind of a challenge and a learning curve for people, I think. And it's just not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just try to do my best with, like, including the people that do follow me, and including them on everything, and just try to give back as much as I can, because that's all we can do right now. So, but, you know, it is what it is. You just gotta go with it. If you don't like it, then you're out. Go out. Go somewhere else. That's pretty much how the music industry is. Like, you don't like it, okay, but this is how it is.
All right.
So that's fine. I'll play the game. I don't care. It's all good. I'm just trying to reach people.
Well,
so,
how about
okay. What?
Well, how about like merchandise, physical CDs, and stuff like that? Do you have any of that out for people to buy, help support you, and whatnot?
Yeah, I do. I have a an acoustic CD, actually. It's not released. I recorded it last year, and I did a lot of house concerts on the side with two of my best friends, and I would sell those at the house concerts because those were the songs that I was playing. And you know, they fit the setting a little bit more. And they're more my bluesy songs that I've written, and like some ballads y'all have never heard before, and they're not released, but I was doing like a special a week ago, and I was telling, you know, my followers, I went live and just posted about it, like, if you can Venmo me $1, I will send you one new song, because I have so many demos recorded
I'll send
of
20.
unreleased songs. What?
I'll send 20.
Okay, even better. See, and I've had people do that too. They've been so generous. They're like, hell yeah, I want a new song from you. What? Because I was like sitting there thinking, I'm like, I have all these songs that are not released. Some of them just don't fit my brand. Like, I wrote them. I love the song, but I'm not going to release it on like Spotify. But I have the demo, and it's recorded, and it's still a good song. So I'm like, why don't I just share that with people? So that was really successful. I had a lot of people reach out about that, and I've been trying to remind people that I'm doing that, because it's another way for me to make income during this, time. And it's $1, you know. I would think people have that right now, and it's easy. $1 for a song. So that's another way I've been trying to give back too. It's been a really fun way to do that, I guess. So
that is a creative way as well. Because I went into earlier, like this month, talking about ways that artists can do stuff like that, and that's a very creative way. $1 a song, a new song they haven't heard of, an unreleased song, just for them. That's a great way.
Yeah. I even let them pick the mood. I'm like, what do you want? Do you want jazzy? You want bluesy? You want funk? I got a little bit of everything. Someone said, okay. Oh, so my Venmo, if you guys are interested, it's just at Jenny Teator. It's just my name. Simple. My picture will come up. And you just give me your email, like in the memo section, and I will email you a new song. If you want to pick the mood, if you want an acoustic, wise song, I've got one of those. That's the beauty of songwriting is like in this city, like I love writing all kinds of genres. Like I don't just write for myself. I write for others too, and I end up loving songs, so we just demo them, and I have them. So holler,
do you still have any more of the copies of the acoustic CD one?
I do. I have plenty of them. So
I would love to buy one.
Really? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Got you. Yes,
I still got a CD player. Okay.
You do? Good. See, that's been a challenge too this day and age. Is like, do you make CDs anymore? Like, I know it's like a generational thing too. Like when we did our house concerts, that was mainly for that. We mainly had older, like maybe like 30, maybe 40 and up, 38 and up. People, and they loved buying CDs. But if I was targeting 25 and below, they're like, "What the fuck is a CD?" Like they're not gonna buy that. Like they like to go to Spotify. So that's been a battle. I'm like, do I put out a CD? I mean, I'm gonna put out it digitally, but do I make them? Are people gonna buy them? Is that gonna be a loss or a profit? You know, those are questions
It's also shitty in the fact that it's not only that most cars are not having a CD player anymore and everything's digital, hook your iPhone up to it, but also now most people have MacBooks or the iMac desktops and they don't have the disk drives in there anymore.
I don't have one in mine, and I don't have one in my car. I can't believe that. I honestly bought my car not even realizing that it looked like it. I don't know. I was so excited about the car.
And then you go in there and I'm like, wait a minute, does it have a CD player?
I don't have a CD player. Oh my god, what did I just do? I don't know.
Filters.
Sorry. Trying to look at. Okay, thanks. Hey, okay, awesome, Leon. So anyways, yeah.
So, what do you? As we're gonna wrap it up, and we'll let you enjoy your Friday evening and Memorial weekend and whatnot. What's the rest of the coronavirus? Hopefully, will be done. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
After this cool drive-in concert series, which you're in the Nashville area, you can go there as well. I don't know how they're doing the car parking, whatnot, and that new day of age. It's the first thing right now. Brand new. No one really knows what's going to happen. But after that, what's your plans after this drive-in concert series? Music, release-wise, do you have like a rough plan that maybe you can do?
I mean, yeah, kind of a rough plan. Like, I don't have anything like set in stone. Tonight I'm releasing Rise Up's music video. I'm really excited about that, to get that out there. And like I said, I've been in the meantime of like recording with Red 13. Like, they're working on my next single, but I have no idea when that's going to be done. I would have to go there to record vocals, so it'll probably be a little bit. So like in between, I've been collaborating and making demos, and I'm going to put that out as content. Not necessarily releasing it on Spotify, but I'll put it on my socials and make a music video for it. And I've been there's one called Dark Angel that I wrote at the beginning of, yeah.
I like the name. I already like the name.
Yes, I'm excited about it because, I mean, we wrote it about COVID being the Dark Angel. And that was the first song that I wrote about the whole quarantine, like everything that was going on. And it's just, it's got this like Wild West Amy Winehouse swagger. I mean, and Duff meets Duffy. It's really cool, and I'm gonna collaborate with one of my friends on it, and we're gonna make it fucking creepy, dark.
I'm gonna send that $1 to your Venmo. I already want it.
I can send it to you. Seriously, I can send it to you. Like, I have the demo right now. So, he just sent it to me with the harmonies. I mean, it's not done, but I can totally send it to you. It's fun. It's been really fun to collaborate and just, it's a cheaper way. Obviously, it's not like full production like the songs that I have out now, but most people honestly don't if I didn't tell them it was a demo, they probably wouldn't have realized it. That's me. I would know it's not, but it's still good songs. It's good content, and I just want to put stuff out. So I'm going to continue to put out some of these demos with music videos along the way.
Heck yes.
That's the plan.
I will continue to support like I have been when finding your music and directing people and funneling people to find your music, especially on the West Coast, because people need to hear good songwriters like yourself.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I want to come back so bad. This is like the worst part. I think my favorite part about this career is the travel. Like, I want to travel the world, and I've seen a lot of it so far, but not all of it. And there are certain spots that I want to go back, and we're supposed to go to Portland in October. I really hope that's still the case, but it's too far to tell. But I miss traveling. I definitely miss traveling. I miss hugs. I miss like fucking just hanging out. I don't know. It's like so surreal that this is like what we're doing. So that is what my next release is about. The little things that we all miss. It's called The Little Things. So stay tuned for that.
Well, look forward to hopefully getting you back to California. Shit. Even if say the Portland thing even happens, my ass will even gladly fly to Portland. Because I have friends in Portland. Yeah, I totally will. I travel. Hence the name Traveling Rocker. I travel all over the U.S. and the world for shows. Okay. And I will, if this happens, and say this is your only show on the West Coast, and I will gladly do it. That's an easy. It's cheap to go to Portland from California.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm holding you to it. We're trying to get other shows. So, thanks for having me. It was nice to finally meet you, and great interview. Thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. It was an absolute pleasure to meet you, talk about your music, know about you and your writing style by more, and hope and get to see more about it, and know that the cool demos that you're doing and giving out. It's like the fans will be asking for your Venmo already.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Please. It's been so fun to share these and then like get their feedback. I mean, it's just like me personally emailing you like, hey, here's a song. Hope you like it. You know, it's just cool. It's really just down to the roots of songwriting. So I enjoy it. But for those of you that are watching, tune in tonight for the release of Rise Up at 8:00 Central. I'm so excited.
And depending where you're at, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're on the West Coast and whatnot, I already have it on my story. You can just swipe right up. You don't even have to put the reminder. You just go straight to it right there from our page. Easy. Perfect. Yes. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jenny, and I hope you continue to stay safe. And I hope I'm going to live, because they said you can live stream it as well from the concert series, so I'll be tuning in. Oh yeah. It'll be like a live chat. So we'll all be in the chat room during it. So it'll be fun. Nice. Yeah. I will be there as well, and I'll continue to promote it, continue to promote music, and thank you. Stay in contact, and hopefully we'll get to see you live, actual live, not in a drive-in concert. Yeah, seriously. Yes. That sounds great. But thank you again, and I hope you have a great Memorial weekend. Thanks. You too. And tune in for Rise Up in a few hours. Literally like in 2 hours. 2 hours. Yeah. Exciting. Awesome. All right, dude. Have a good night. And you too, man. Bye, everybody.